Guys, if you knew how much people earned based off the products that you bought throughout your life and based off of the amount of time that you spent consuming content and consuming products, you'd stop being a consumer. Based on the time and the monies, your hard working and money is spent, you'd stop being a consumer. And I'm tired of being a consumer. I want to be on the front end. I want to be the one that's getting paid. Especially in the economy that we are in today. I'm tired of living through someone else's life. And I want to get paid. I want to make my own money. Maybe you just want to do more in life, focus more on your life, have more fun with family and friends. I've regretted not doing YouTube content creation earlier in my early years because who knows? There are some people who are successful because they just committed consistently. So that's where attention comes into play. Mastering your attention means that you can master your life. And these are the 3 reasons. And later on, I'll tell you about the 6 ways and solutions that you can use that I've been using for content creation and just for improving my life because I've been going out having fun and living my best. Okay, but here are the 3 reasons. Your attention is currency. Why do you think TV has adverts? Why do you think YouTube, people pay for adverts? Why do you think there's so many adverts on YouTube now? Because more adverts, more money, more opportunities to promote your product. Also, the time that you spend watching these YouTube videos, people generate income from the watch hours, not the clicks, the watch hours. Once you get someone's attention, whether you're a content creator, a personal brand, or if it's a product and becomes very recognizable, this can garner credibility and it can help promote a product. Think about the Labubu dolls. They weren't popular prior, but something happened. And I don't recall what happened, but now they're popular. Now you see them everywhere. I literally went to the arcade, full park the other day, and I saw it at the arcade machine, but you would not have seen that a year ago. The second reason why your attention is so important is because you become what you repeat. So I'm a digital marketer, so I do that 5 days a week. So I am that because I do that 5 days a week. So I'm credible because I physically do that and mentally do that 5 days a week. Do you get what I mean? And because I do that, these skills and this label that I'm a digital marketer, it can be applied to different things. So like I could freelance. And because I do that on a day-to-day basis and I've proven to do that, I can get more money from that. I can monetize that. This also applies to hobbies as well. If you're a cyclist, very random, but if you cycle all the time, you can say, yeah, I cycle. I'm a cyclist because I do that. I've got the gear. So I'm a cyclist. As of now, like I can say, yes, I do digital marketing, but I'm a content creator because I do that. Look at the definition. I create content. Isn't that what it is? The third thing is, when you create and do more, you feel more fulfilled and less unfulfilled. There's this trend going around, dopamine detox. Why do you think people need a dopamine detox? Because we're tired of, God, when I'm on social media, advert upon the adverts, and just when I'm on YouTube, advert upon adverts, just everywhere. It's getting out of hand. Everything that's online, at some point there will be some advert that pops up, and everything's digital now, and there's so much information being thrown. Like on YouTube now, I see news on YouTube. I never used to scroll on YouTube to look at the news, but now because of that, as in like post updates, because of that, I'm actually on there longer because I'm looking at posts and updates, liking photos of celebrities, liking photos of news that's happening in America. I don't even live there, but you get what I mean. So when you create more, you do more. When you create and do more, you have more fulfillment, and perhaps you could even monetize that. Perhaps get out of the rat race of your 9 to 5. So this year, from now on, let's get focused. Let's prioritize ourselves, our lives. Let's prioritize ourselves, our own lives, and not somebody else's, not some other business. Here are 6 lovely, easy, beautiful solutions that you can use that I've been using. The first one is attention tags. So this is very much like fan tags. So every time I go out and have fun, like let's say on a Saturday, I make sure to create content on Sunday. Why? Because when I consume something, I need to do something. That's the mindset, basically. It's same for like my weight regulation and just losing weight. What I do is when I'm not out in London, I do on a Saturday, I eat healthy on regular days. So that on Sunday or on a Saturday, when I'm out in London, I can eat what I want. And that's helped me maintain my weight. And also it's helped me eat healthier and make sure that I eat healthier during most of the days and stop snacking and whatnot. See how it works out, and I feel less guilty. And this attention tax, it creates a lovely balance. When you consume stuff, you do stuff, especially if you're used to consuming stuff. This is a great way to start out on this journey of like refocusing your attention. The second thing is emotional attention. So basically taking note of your emotional attention. So whatever you're doing, so let's say you get distracted. So let's say you end up procrastinating and you end up watching like a YouTube video or a Netflix show that pops up. You ask yourself, okay, what am I doing right now? Am I doing it because I need to relax? Am I doing it because I feel guilty for not doing something? Am I doing it because I'm procrastinating? Am I doing it because I'm bored and I've got nothing to do? Then once you've answered that question, change your action. So let's stop watching this and do something else, because this actually might not be helpful to me. Because the other day I binge watched a movie. I binge watched 5 movies. It's an exaggeration, but you get what I mean. Right now, it might not be ideal to actually watch 2 more movies or 2 more shows. So then you need to ask yourself, does this feed my personal goals? And this can apply to drama, family situations, or like if people ask you, let's go out and do what? Ask yourself, will this feed me? Will this feed me? Whether it be in terms of having fun. If you've worked like 5 days a week and you haven't had fun in like 2 months, then yes, it will feed you. But if it's a case of you watched 5 movies yesterday, it's an exaggeration, and today you want to watch one more, but you're like, no, because I've done the most. I need to do more stuff today. So just analyzing your emotional attention. You might just come to realize that you're doing this because you're procrastinating. You're not really relaxing yourself because you're just procrastinating. You feel guilty that you haven't done that task. So that's why you're binge watching stuff. The third thing is urgency. So most successful people, they have urgency. Look, they like pressure because pressure makes diamonds. So what you need is like an alarm. For me, what I do is I have a bucket list of all the things I want to do. So that motivates me to work harder, because I'm like, in order to afford these things, I need to work harder to get that money to do these things. Do you get what I mean? This can be a motto, a vision board, a goal. Ask yourself, what do I want to do before I die? I know there's bucket list I want to do, and also there's some career goals on there. There are lots of fun things on there for sure. I'm gonna live a life. I'm gonna live an adventurous one, of course. A lot of goals in which it will make me money, or just personal dreams that I want to achieve. And it's great because when I look at this bucket list, I get excited. Like, I don't get scared. I actually get excited. Like, yes, I want to do this. And because of that, it makes me focus more on the things that I actually want to do. For example, my mother and I were going to go ape because I saw this on my bucket list. I keep seeing it on my bucket list. So I want to do this. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to make it happen because I keep looking at this bucket list. The fourth thing is social media detox. I always say this. I only follow people on social media, ideally Instagram, who I actually interact with in real life. And there's some companies on there, some people that inspire me. They might change. Yeah. Because there are people on there that don't know you. If you were to die today, tomorrow, yesterday, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't know. So why bother with them? Why bother with them when you can bother with yourself? You can bother with healing your inner child, focusing on yourself, your dreams, your goals. Not them. They don't care about you. They don't care. But your friends do, your family does, your dog does, your pet does. The goldfish that you have that has like a 5-second memory, it does for like 5 seconds, but it remembered you to the capacity it could. You get what I mean. And now if I do post, I don't really do it for the likes. I do it for like diary. Like my Instagram is like a diary of all the fun things I've done during my life. So when I look at it, I look at all my highlights. I'm just like, girl, why you sad? You live the life and you're living it. Like, there's no need to be sad. There's no need to be stressed. Like, work harder because I want to go get it. So the fifth thing is hyper-focus habits. So look at all of the habits you've done in the past. The ones where you did a habit and you were able to do it. And you're able to hyper-focus after that. As in, like, focus on this thing. Focus on the task that you need to do. Or make sure that, like, let's say, it could be something as like doing the laundry. Like, instead of forgetting, for some reason, you were able to do that laundry. Why? Because you realized you did it first thing in the morning. So maybe you're the type of person where you need to do all the harder tasks, or just all the cleanly chory tasks in the morning, first thing in the morning, instead of a Friday evening because you're too lethargic. So look at the habits that help you hyper focus. So you need to think about times where you're like, oh my God, I'm so productive. I've done so much today. Why? Why? I was just like, why? Because everyone's different. Everyone's different. I know that I eat a balanced diet. I was eating one meal, and the problem was that I was getting hungry throughout the day and I was struggling with it. But I realized that one meal, I need to split it up and eat it throughout the day if I want to like lose the weight or like help maintain my weight. Then I need to do that instead. And it's helped dramatically. This includes waking up early. By doing this, I'm able to create more content and just get with it, do all the hard tasks first. And it also makes me feel less anxious. Like, I don't know what I'm doing myself. Like, if I wake up at 1 p.m., I'll feel very, very anxious. And that will stop me from actually getting work done. Because I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do. But early in the morning, I can do my routine and just focus. And if I do waste time, I've got more time to amend it and make up for it. Do the harder tasks early in the day when I have more energy. For example, yesterday I was like, you know what, I'm gonna record then edit. The problem was I got so tired and I fell asleep. So now I'm gonna bulk record and then edit because I have low energy and I didn't realize how much time it took. So yes, doing harder things early in the morning. Every week I have weekly things I need to do. This includes self-care, so just minimal stuff like trimming my eyebrows, washing my hair, cleaning my room, doing the laundry. Those things, it keeps me sane. And it makes me less stressed because I'm like, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I'm like, oh, now that that's done, I've got time to do other things like create content and whatnot. So I can do this because I schedule a day, so let's say Friday or Saturday, early in the morning, to do that. And because I do that, everything flows smoothly. I don't worry, I don't stress. And because I'm not stressed, it's not hard for me to create content. I'm like, you look good, eyebrows are trimmed, hair's washed, you're ready, babe, girl, face mask done, you're ready. You're ready to record. The sixth thing is using negativity as a tool. This is basically turning a negative emotion into an action. So this can be guilt. This is essentially like guilt-driven reflection. So let's say I didn't do so-and-so today. So tomorrow I'm going to do blah, 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 blah. For example, as I said, yesterday I only recorded one video because I edited in the evening. I was too knackered. I was like, I could have done 2 or 3 because I had more energy. But I tried to switch it up. It didn't work. So because of that, I'm going to make sure I do at least 2 videos recorded today and edit them in the evening. And look, I'm doing it right now. So this actually works for me. So using that guilt from yesterday to make sure that I do today, because I know I could have used more of that time effectively, efficiently. This is good because it encourages you to break bad habits. Instead of being guilty of those habits, you're converting that into something. So you're essentially recycling. Recycling is good. So you're recycling your emotions. So that negative feeling, you look back at it and be like, it wasn't that bad because I learned something from it. And that's how you learn from your mistakes. You recycle. This can also prevent crashing out and self-deprecating thoughts like me creating content. I'm too slow. I need to be faster. Instead of thinking like that, I'm now using that feeling of guilt. I didn't do yesterday. Okay, let's convert it. And I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm too slow. I need to be faster. No. I'm focused on doing the action rather than thinking about the emotion. And this gives you a new perspective of negative and positive thoughts. You will start having a positive mind because you're thinking, oh, if I have a negative thought, I can actually convert it into a positive thought. And that's how you can become more action oriented because you're not overthinking, you're not wasting time about thinking about your actions, thinking about yourself and just having deprecating thoughts about yourself. Just see how healthy that is. Just see how by recycling your emotions, it's just so much more healthier for you as a person and for your productivity as well. But this is like healthy productivity. And that was all of my solutions for taking action. There's all my solutions for taking more action and focusing your attention that I've been using. And it's been great. But can I just say this? If the world gets all of your attention first, your goals, guess what's left of it? The crumbs. Can I just say that again? If the world gets all of your attention first, your goals, guess what's left of it? The bloody crumbs. And if you have self-respect for yourself, I know that you will not let that happen because I'm not going to. Now, at the end of my video, I hope you liked my video. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel a vibe. Posting more. I'm supposed to post at least once a week, which I will do so And sometimes if I'm like very, very productive, which I will be, every like 2 days, who knows? But I really like this video. If you want to see what I do on my day to day and how I live my life so that you can do that too, or be inspired by what I do, because I'll be out in London. Check out my socials, it's fuzzy_fuzzy. And have a lovely day. I'll see you in the next. And don't forget to sparkle, babes. Bye.